I got given this old cable box here, which not much use to me because it's not for the cable system that I have. And I thought, well, what use is this? It's going to the recycling company, but I thought maybe, just maybe, there might be some useful components in here. This being a PVR, it's going to have a hard drive in it. So let's crack this sucker open and see how big a hard drive I just scored. Now, most of these devices, they use a serial ATA hard drive, and they usually have some type of security screws that makes getting in them to them a little bit of a challenge. But with the right security bit, this is a Torx Bit, but it has a hole in it. You can buy these at your local hardware store, automotive supply stores and stuff. I bought this one at an automotive supply store for a couple dollars. They come in handy whenever you have these high security screws that are usually used on cable or satellite boxes. Sometimes they're used in computers because they don't want the average Joe just tinkering around inside. So let's just, this one's being opened because the void sticker's already been, so we may not even get a hard drive out of this because someone may already beat me to it, but oh no, we have a hard drive in here. Let's just pull this drive out and see whether we're able to make use of it. Now, we'll find out whether we scored good or not. Well, it's not a terribly big drive. It's 160 gigs. So that's a pretty small drive, but it is a 7200 RPM. That'd be good for storing a few video files on. Let's go and grab the computer so we can explore this and see whether we can format it. Of course, a couple of the other goodies that I'm interested in here. I'll take out the SATA cables. And I think this little fan. We'll take out this little miniature fan. They always come in useful for something. We actually have a whole circuit board of some pretty nice parts in here that I'll probably be able to reuse. So before this unit finds its way to the scrap heap, I'm going to pilfer whatever parts I can get off of here. Looks to be a nice relay at the back here. So we'll pull the relay out and we'll pull out whatever other parts I think that I might be able to utilize. Let's heat this sucker up good and hot. There you go. That's how you take out a BGA chip the wrong way. Take out this one the same. Of course, we can probably cause a fire this way, but we like flames. Well, as you can see, it's not really any way you can remove a BGA chip using a blowtorch without ending up with the chip actually delaminating and coming apart. But here's the chip itself. Actually, this chip, yeah, there's what remains of the chip. Cool, huh? There's the bottom side. So yeah, as I say, we can say we torched this one pretty good. The mayhem hasn't ended. This got a nice big Broadcom chip. I want to take this one off. So we'll just kind of throw a little heat on this one again. Maybe we can get some more flames. I want flames. No such luck this time. That one actually came up pretty good. Wow, look at all the pins on that sucker. That's That's a pretty good one. Okay, enough of this nonsense. Let's get the PC out, see if we can format this hard drive. So here we have it. I've got the hard drive hooked up with my little USB adapter here, plugged into the computer. First of all, we'll look and see whether the computer can even see the hard drive. Well, still no go on finding the hard drive, and I can actually hear the drive is buzzing. Okay. It says USB device is installed successfully. Let's see if it will find it. Now, of course, Windows will only find this hard drive if it's formatted in a standard mountable format, and I doubt, coming out of a paste cable box, that that's going to be the case. So let's see if we can find it in Manage. We'll go down and right click on Computer, Manage Computer. We'll see if we can get the hard drive to show up here and whether we will be able to format it. I don't see it. I only see my existing hard drive. Well, it took a while, but finally, as you can see, this hard drive is showing all these little small partitions that are on here, on disk 1. It's telling me it's a basic drive, 149 gigabytes. It's got a 2.87 gigabyte partition, a 322 megabyte partition, 216 gigabyte partition, 494 megabyte partition, another 494 megabyte partition, and then 142 gigabytes, which this would be where the data would be stored. Now, I don't know if I'll even see it under computer here. I don't see it at all on my computer, so it's not in a format that Windows understands. But Manage Computer sees it as disk 1. So I should be able to go into here and I should be able to delete these partitions. One at a time. Okay, now I've unallocated the entire disk number 1. And we'll go create a new simple volume. Select next. Select next. We'll let it have the drive letter of F, and we'll just format it with an NTFS format. And now I've just created, it's going to format my partition here. Now I've just created a usable drive, which Windows will recognize. I could have formatted it as an EXFAT if I wanted, but I chose NTFS. It's just, I work with Windows, I don't need the extended FAT table. And the disk is now ready. So I can go to my computer, and here it is, new volume. So I just got myself a free 150, 148 gig hard drive, courtesy of the recycling company. Now, generally, you don't get lucky when people are recycling computers. They generally tend to take the hard drives and smash them, right? Because they've got personal data on there. But I've had pretty good luck with cable boxes. I've got anywhere from, this is on the small side, 160 gig drive. A lot of them have got 250s or 320s. I've got a lot of 320s, and I've got a handful of 500s on some of the newer ones that have 500 gig drives. All courtesy of the local recycling place. It's amazing what you can find if you just drive by there in the evening after they're closed and find what people have dropped off outside the recycling place. I'll be taking the rest of that box that I torched there to take some chips out of and set fire to the board. Still smell it in here. I'll be taking the rest of that back to the recycling place, and they can recycle what's left in it. But I was able to salvage a good piece here off of this unit here, and I've got myself another hard drive. I use these drives for storing my video files. When I'm working on these videos, for example, I copy my memory card onto these recycled drives, and then I can edit off them, and then I keep my projects. Once I've done my video that I'm going to upload to YouTube, I always keep a copy of it myself, so that if I ever want to go back and work on it at some future day, I keep all the source files and I keep the edited copy. That's what I use these for. Great way to recycle these drives. They're still totally usable. Nice thing about these drives is they are drives that were designed for video, and they're usually 7200 RPM, which is a nice high-speed drive. But these drives, a lot of them are designed for 24-hour-a-day operation, because what they're used in is they're used in, you know, cable boxes, satellite TV boxes, etc. These things are running 24 hours a day, so they're generally pretty reliable drives, and most of them have lived their life sitting on a shelf, so they haven't been banged around like they would if they were in a computer or a laptop. Most of them have got pretty good life left in them. So there's how you recycle and how you can format a drive that was formatted in a non-standard format for use on your Windows PC. Again, if you format it into EXFAT, you can use it on a Mac as well. There you go. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.